YouTube, what is going down, guys? You guys already know what it is. It is Woods, and I'm back at it again with another haircut tutorial for you guys. In this haircut tutorial, guys, I'm really gonna just try to sit back and talk about this haircut if I'm just basically looking at this haircut and talking to you guys one-on-one. So we go ahead and throw a towel around him just because it's getting wet. All right, it's getting wet, so we don't want him to drip all over the cape, get it all wet for our next client. So that's why we throw the towel around him. But right here, we're parting the sides from the top, just so we can focus on one thing at a time. The parietal ridge is where it is the transition from the sides to the top and vice versa. But right here, we're using clipper over comb to set in the overall shape of this haircut. So you really want to go in, scoop all that hair as much as possible, then roll that comb out to where the desired shape would be if you were looking at him head on. And this technique is you kind of just get like a glimpse of the last guideline from the last cut, just because it's already at some point on the comb. If not, you need to go back into that area just so you can see where your guideline was, so you're able to be consistent all the way around. But right here, we're going in with our line first. I like to go ahead and map out the line. I see it like a coloring book. Like whenever you were in kindergarten, first grade, whatever, there was always that one kid that always outlined the black part with the color that they were going to use in that area, and then go ahead and go in with the crown and use the same color in that area and just blend everything in. That's kind of how I view haircuts. I like to go ahead and set the perimeter, set the overall realm of where I'm going to be blending, and then I like to go ahead and blend everything in together just to ensure that the finished look, I'm blending into the finished look instead of me not knowing what the finished look is going to look like until the lineup is on there. But right here, we're setting in all our ball guidelines all the way around, and now it's time to start with our low taper. So right here, I'm in with my lever all the way open, and I'm going up about a half an inch using my corners. But right here, I'm using my 1.5 guard, and I'm debulking when I'm all the way closed, just to ensure that I'm kind of seeing how this whole blend is going to look. It was looking too bulky in that area, so that's why I went ahead and debulked. Right here, I'm with my 1 guard all the way closed, cleaning up that middle area where the lever open and the 1 guard open was. Now it's time to go ahead and take out that ball guideline. So now I have my lever all the way closed, no guard, and I'm just going to go ahead and nudge at that line. Once that line starts to raise, I go ahead and go halfway, and I nudge at that line again, ensuring to use your corners around that edge up just to make sure you keep it nice and dark. But now it's time to go ahead and go in with our half guard. I start halfway just to ease my way into the blend and not go too quick, and then I go ahead and close the lever and clean up the dark spots now that I know the realm that I'm in. Now we're just going ahead and doing a little cleanup work with our liners and going ahead and doing the same exact system that we had just did now on the other side. Alright you guys, so I honestly do not know what happened with this back taper. I hit record, and when I looked back, everything had stopped recording and I realized I didn't get anything. But this is how the taper ended up coming out. This is me really just touching everything up, making sure everything is nice, clean, and crispy. But now it's time to go ahead and jump straight into the shear work. So right here I'm re-wetting the hair, making sure everything is nice and saturated. But now we're gonna go ahead and set in our traveling guide. Our traveling guide is basically a guide that we're gonna be using all throughout the haircut. It's a mohawk section right down the middle of the head, just so when I'm grabbing my sections I can see where the short hair is at. So you basically do it from the apex all the way to the front of the head. So right here now I'm setting in my horizontal sections, and to the left of my finger I can see the shortest point from my mohawk section, and I just trust that. And if I don't, right here I just check the back from what I had already previously cut. I recommend, if you are a beginner though, and you're having trouble finding your guides, just make smaller partings, make cleaner partings until you are more comfortable, because at the end all I'm going to do is go ahead and cross check anyway. So I feel like there's no need to be that precise when it comes to this part. But right here is going to be super easy for you guys to see what I'm going to cut. Right there you see those two small points, and then in the middle it's super long. You're just going to go ahead and connect the dots. You're literally connecting what you did from the clipper work on the sides in the beginning to also what you were already cutting on top just previously. Right here, this is what we go ahead and call cross-checking, making sure that everything is straight across and even. And if it's not even, just go ahead and touch it up really quick. But now we're going ahead also checking a different type of way to make sure everything is nice and even. And now we're on to his bangs. So right here in the middle, I go ahead and set that initial guideline, and then I go ahead, I'm trying to think of the word, cross, daggone it, I can't think of the freaking word, but it's cross something basically, or over directing. I'm over directing the hair to one side, just so I can go ahead and connect the dots again, ensuring everything is nice, even, and symmetrical. But now we're going ahead and blow drying everything in. We don't really have to be really neat with it since this is a messy style anyway. And now we're just going to go ahead and thin everything out, making sure that we're connecting the clipper work into the shear work, making it look a little softer, cleaning everything up with the shaver, and then we style. But guys, that is pretty much the end of the haircut. If you guys like this haircut, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like the video if you like the video, because why wouldn't you like the video if you like the video? Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below. This is what he said though.
That's how you wanted it? Yeah.
It's like how it's sauce.
Yeah, you can run it however you want to do it.
Easy looks and then allow this game to grow.
Yeah.
Over the coming seasons.
But like I was saying before I got cut off, don't forget to go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. But this is Woods, and I'm out.